They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready?
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
49-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Maddengg, 18. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. Moving to his right.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
On the jump.
Here's 1st and 10.
Nice. Panther 60, Panther 60. Buffalo 18. Panther 60, 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Maddengg 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A gain there of 13 yards.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Left side, and is caught by Warren. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Here's a run. And this one, thrown up. Good surge and drop up. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now from the 9. It'll be 2nd and goal.
60 Vikings, 60 Viking, 18. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that's a football to hold on to for his first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. The extra point is good. And the Bills extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion.
Green. Easy.
Now Murray on 1st down. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They send Godwin in motion.
Hey, biggest.
On 1st and 10, Murray. He'll go right and find his running back.
So anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. On comes Greg Zerline to try the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. And they are not able to draw closer. So we reached the intermission. It was been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Zerline set to kick off.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway.
Ready.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 19 shots.
The third quarter begins with a run. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Stephanie! Count 219! 70 Rangers! 70 Rangers! Go!
Off the play fake. Here's Vic. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60.
Now, Vic. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Buffalo.
First and 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And now you get the pick six, and right on the heels of that, the offense comes out to go for two. Looking from the shotgun, it's Murray. That one intercepted.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
On the return is McConkey. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Bronco 80.
To throw, here's Vic. To the left side and taken in by Smith. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
On play action, it's Vic taking a shot downfield for Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it just past their 25.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
He's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
43-yard line.
Laporta in motion. Here's a toss, right side, and he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Brandon Jones comes up with the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They bring Chase in motion. Murray now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Come back. 2-2. 2-2. Larry.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. Sending it deep for Waddle. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
4th down. Here's Murray. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
Ready. 19 Lions. Ready.
Throwing is Vick. Flushed to his left. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
Left it go. 60 Eagles. 19 tight. Ready.
Here's Vick. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
21 yards.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Bills 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
To the air. It's Vick. To the right side here. Pass is caught. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
1st down.
14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Buffalo.
Ready.
That'll give up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage. But when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Throwing now, Vick. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he'll take it on in. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Bills. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his 2nd touchdown here in Week 1.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
At their own 20-yard line.
Murray now to throw on 1st down. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
Big ass open, big ass open. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, easy, quiver. Big ace.
To throw again is Murray. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
They're going on fourth down. Murray sending it deep for Waddle. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the third. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Fourth quarter gets underway, and it's a run on the ground. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
They'll run it here with Zeke. And he will score. Game on. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Working out of the gun, Murray. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Ravens 27. Set to kick off.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Complete. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 33 yards.
It seems like the best offenses in the league all rely heavily on yards after the catch. And this is a great example of why, if you can deliver an accurate pass on the move with the speed and the elusiveness of some of these guys in the league, it is a handful in the open field for the defense to tackle.
Bronco 80, 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
Now, faking the give. To the right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
Hold it ready. Get it. 70 Lions.
To throw is Vic. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second and 2 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's second and 2.
Ready, ready. Panther and left, 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos. Ready, ready.
Vic gonna look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Chop 50, chop 60. Buffalo 18. Go.
They'll look to throw yet again. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here.
Here we go.
First down and goal.
Viking 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to the air one more time. And he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Bills are going to open up the lead to 8.
Makes the score Bills 35, Ravens 27.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The drive starts with a run, and it's Elliott. And he'll work forward to about 3. It's second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
6. From the gun, it's Murray. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That is caught. He got Godwin. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He was looking for Elliott out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
Line up for the two-point conversion.
Biggest. 2-2.
Again, it's Murray. He's got a man. That's caught. Give them the two, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And the good kick pays off. They'll only be able to take this past the 10-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
18, pioneers. Ready. Set, crackle, 80.
To throw, here's Vic. This is intercepted. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with first and goal.
Follow. Sit. 2-2.
Here's Elliott. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Ezekiel Elliott. Touchdown, Baltimore. That his second touchdown tonight. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens will go up by 7.
42. Bills 35. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return is McConkey. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
On the return, the Bills take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Get it. 60 Bobcat. 70 Timberwolf. Panther 11. Panther 11.
On play action, it's Vic. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the safety, Percy Butler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
Throwing now, Murray on first down. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2-2. 2-2.
On second down, here's Murray. That one swung out to Elliott. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is first and goal. We're out of the gun. It's a run with Elliott. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Jalen Waddle, touchdown Ravens. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. Now Zerline for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. And no return here. This is a touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Here we go. 19 Lions. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Looking middle. He'll get it complete to McConkey. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10.
18 Rattlers. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now, Vic. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. On first and 10, it's Murray. Now a screen set up for Elliott. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Go, Hurt.
They bring Chase in motion. On first and 10, Murray. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the left side, caught by Chase. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
What? Big Ace. Who you got? 2-2.
They'll try and throw for it with Murray. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on a turnover. They hold on fourth down. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Vic. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
It's a loss of 8.